Hi guys, this is Ronnie Shawn with our DIY Homestead, and this afternoon we are out in our front garden and we have not touched it, and it is quite the mess. So we just thought we'd bring you along as we took a good look at things and tidied up a little bit, pulled most of our root crops from the winter garden, and just let you see what we're up to here. Okay, so now I'm just giving you a really quick view of it's the front yard, and it's where we have most of our raised beds. And as you can see, the raised beds, I just go on Amazon Marketplace and buy the metal water tanks. You can get them for about $50, but it's a way that I can garden from our golf cart, or it just gets me up to where I can garden. So that's in the front, and then in the back is where we do a lot of, well, right now we have some potatoes planted. One side there'll be some tomatoes, and the other side some beans, but we'll show you that as we go along. So what we're looking at right here is where we will plant spring peas and just things that will move quick, radishes, things like that. And then on the other side here, this is where our brassicas are at. The broccoli's already gone to seed, and then we have some cabbage up here that hopefully something will happen with that. So that's that side. You can see we have a few trees here. We've planted about 6 fruit trees, and we're just trying to get some shade from the brutal Texas sun that we have. A little bit of shade in the garden will be okay. And then here is the in-garden bed that I was talking about. What's still under tarp is where we'll put tomatoes, and then we've got our potato bed going here in the middle, and then on the far side, you can't see it, but there's some onions there, and then back behind the onions we'll put some beans. So that's what's in the very back of this garden. Okay, this is our carrot bed, and I love having this. I'll pull out of it, just leave everything out here until summertime, and then we'll replant it for fall time. Everything you're seeing now is from our fall harvest. These beds up here were all herbs, and we'll either replant, or I think that is some peppermint right there that I'll clean that bed out of, and see our pretty plum tree. So I love the look of the fruit trees in the spring. And on this side are some brand new tubs that we don't have anything in, and what we need to do with these is to cover them until we do put something in them, and they are going to be for our peppers this summer. So that's what's going on with these. And here's our pretty little peach tree. We really cut her back last fall, so she's recovering nicely and giving us some nice little blossoms there. Now the first bed that we're really going to deal with here is this one, and do you remember?
Rutabagas.
Rutabagas. So we see that it's bolting, and honestly, I did not know rutabagas could bolt. So we're going to pull these up and take a look at them. And right next to that is some daisies.
Okay, now we're going to be filling up our raised beds, or refilling them, I should say. They've settled over the last year, so we usually put logs and twigs and whatnot in the bottom, and then fill them back up with a good raised bed material that we get from our local material place. And we're needing to do that to pretty much every one of our raised beds that we have out here in the front yard. But what we'll do is we'll take the cardboard off, stick it back behind, and we'll save it for when the when the beds are empty to kind of keep the weed control. And then we'll put in some of the topsoil mix or the bedding mix. Mix it in with some black cow, get it all nice and filled up and ready to go. And then we'll get going with replanting all of our stuff. As you can see, we have peppers and tomatoes, and we've got all kinds of stuff that we're going to be planting today. And let's get going. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is take out the cardboard, of course. Just set the pieces back behind here. We keep them in there just for weed control when nothing else is planted in there. And what I'll do is I'll check, make sure we don't have any weeds that snuck through, which we did a few, and you'll have that. Nothing you can do about it. And there we go. That should be good. A couple little things. All right. Let me get my little shovel. All right. What I'm going to do is just kind of turn over what's in there. Get it kind of loosened up. Kind of like that. Pick out some stuff. You always find more things when you start turning dirt. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some black cow, which is a very good fertilizer, natural fertilizer. And I'll put probably a half a bag in. And I'll stir that in a little bit. So, where did that sit? Okay. I'll take some of our raised bed material, fill it back in. We have some straw, some other things mixed in with it, which will just compost down. I think that'll be enough of that. I want to mix some more black cow in it. Mix all that in so we have a nice, good, healthy soil for all the planting that's going to be going in. Not quite sure what's going to go in these beds, but I believe they're going to be peppers, sweet peppers. There, I think that's just about perfect. Them old roots is out of there. That is that. Now we're going to go ahead and do this process on all of our raised beds so we can get all of our plants in the ground. We've had them out for quite a while, it seems like, on some of them, hardening them off. Sean starts everything inside from seed. I can kind of show you all the raised, you can see all the plants we've got out here already, and we have more up by the house. All these raised beds will get this same refill and re-amended, and then we can plant, and we'll get right back at you.